Today on Suncoast View, downtown Venice is in the middle of construction and business owners and residents are asking why. We'll discuss.
The kids are heading back to school, but what do we do to keep them safe and healthy for the new year? Gulf Coast Medical Group is here to talk about the importance of school physicals.
And we'll learn how Sarasota Baywatch is keeping our waters clean and healthy and how you can help. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show. Stephanie Roberts is off today, but we have a big warm welcome to Tracy Freeman.
Hi, guys.
Editor of Edible Sarasota.
Good to see you.
It's always great to see you, Tracy, and I feel like I get to, we get to catch up with you. First of all, through the magazine, you have a great issue out right now, the summer issue of Edible. Tell us just a little bit about this issue.
Well, it's fun-filled fish and food and
Yes.
chef profiles. We've got everything covered and lots of ice cream and fabulous recipes.
Yes.
What a great life you have.
It's good.
Researching
I'm not
all those
complaining.
difficult topics.
And it's interesting because you always have wonderful recipes and chef profiles in there, but a lot of great news stories now about different initiatives on the Suncoast and how they affect the food industry.
That's right. And we went out and participated in a clam drop. That was some heavy lifting.
yeah.
I was really sore the next day.
Yes, but it was for a
Really?
great cause.
I was so sore.
They're so small.
They
Well,
were so heavy. I think
when
it was
you add them up.
30,000 pounds, 30,000 clams, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
Wow.
And we went out into the Gulf and dumped them, and it was amazing. What a great experience.
And we're going to learn all about why you did that a little later on
That's
with,
right.
with the Sarasota Baywatch program. Fascinating stuff. We also like to follow your social life a little bit, and we did notice that you went to see the film Mamma Mia.
I did, and
Yes.
I loved it.
Oh,
I loved
good.
it, loved it, loved it.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
You know, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to see it because Meryl Streep wasn't really in it. She did make a great cameo at the end. It was fabulous.
But when you saw it, though, I noticed you saw it in style. Is that it? Are you at Cinebistro first?
Yes.
And what is in front of you in the lower left?
Oh, that would be a bottle of Kim Crawford's Sauvignon Blanc.
So when you see a
True
movie,
love.
you do it in style. So, and your husband went.
He did. Yeah.
Did you drag him, or was he a willing participant?
No, my daughter loved the original Mamma Mia, so we've watched it about 20,000 times at our house. So we were all excited to go see it.
Did he like it?
He loved it. We
Oh,
all
good,
loved
good,
it.
good.
It was so good, and Cher was amazing.
Yes, I hear that she doesn't come in until toward the end. I understand.
That's right.
But no spoilers.
I won't
but
spoil it.
I
but
hear it's a scene
Her
stealer.
and Andy Garcia, it's the best.
I am just too realistic. But on the first one, I kept thinking, yeah, but it was hard to raise that child. It was not an easy, fun, always dancing and singing. It's hard to raise a kid.
Yep, absolutely. And it's the younger Meryl Streep that you see throughout the film, and she's wonderful.
Oh,
The
wow.
movie's so good.
Everyone's excited about it, and you know what? I think it's what we need in the summer. You know, it might not be the deepest movie, it
Yeah.
might not be the most intense subject matter, but it's just light, fun ABBA music, which
Yeah.
sometimes we
That's a
need.
part of life, too.
Yeah.
That's what summer's all about.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
Yeah, definitely go see it.
All right, we'll do, and I think the chilled bottle might be in order.
We'll bring it along.
Yes. Well, speaking of good food and drink and fun, we want to welcome Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. Welcome, Eddie.
Hi, Joey. Thank you for having me. So today I'm going to show you one of our popular desserts. It's a fresh cheesecake with fresh berry sauce.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful, and it sounds perfect. Fresh berries through the summer.
Sure.
And basically, I'll take any dessert. I don't know who I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I'm
we
not
know
a
when it-
wine connoisseur, but that sounds good to me.
Yes.
You guys share the wine. I'll take that.
Well, we can't wait to join you a little later on and find out what's new at Apollonia Grill. So we'll see you a little later on in the show. All right, it is time for our first hot topic, and there's a lot going on in downtown Venice this summer. The city is in the midst of a major road renovation project, and residents are expressing their concerns. Not just about the ripped up roads, but also about the dozens of palm trees that are being removed. The city says the palms were either damaged by disease or by storms, and they are in the way of the road improvements, if it makes it necessary. But they will be replaced. More than 300 new trees are planned as part of the project. The City of Venice tweeted out their appreciation for all of the support and the visitors. They remind people to come patronize the shops and restaurants, especially during construction. We've felt this all over the Suncoast. Whenever there is construction, we know that it is, we hope that it's in the name of making the area better, but it's very difficult for the businesses.
But I have to say, in most cases, it is better when they finish. It is beautiful when they finish. And trees do get old. I faced that with some of my trees in my new house. Some of them have to be taken out. So the time comes. So I think it's going to be gorgeous. I do.
Yes. It sounded like people were more confused and concerned. Why are all these trees coming out? I think I don't know about you, but if I know that the construction is for a good cause, I can have a little more patience with it. Whereas sometimes when you see all of the roads ripped up, like, why is this even happening?
Right.
Yeah, there should be pictures maybe of what it's going to look like. So it gives you hope you can survive today to get to tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Tracy, you work with a lot of the area restaurants and chefs. How can you help us understand how important it is that we still visit the businesses while there's construction going
Well,
on?
it's super important. Just walk.
Yeah.
If you can't park, walk.
Because they won't be here when it finishes
Yeah,
if
but-
we don't support them today.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
true. A few rough months could make or break if they
Absolutely.
can make it through the end of the construction. And then we also know, as we are in summer and approaching storm season, construction could get delayed for various reasons.
Oh, we're going to hope that doesn't happen.
Yes,
That's right.
our fingers are crossed for you, but
But yeah, support.
we're hoping that it'll all be worth it on the other side.
Yes, go out to dinner and
Yes.
enjoy yourself.
Well, speaking of changes coming, big changes for the local news scene in New York. The New York Daily News is slashing its staff in half, reflecting the loss of local newspapers across the country. 25 years ago, the Daily News employed 400 reporters. Now it's down to 45. Experts are shocked that it's happening in the media capital of America, and they say the city is losing its watchdog. All right, Linda, I want to lean on you for this. You know the news industry, better than anyone. How much of an impact could this have?
This is frightening because if you don't have enough reporters, you only cover one aspect of the story, one side of the story. If you've got enough reporters, they can go out and cover the other side of the story, the small side of the story that nobody thought to mention. And you've got to dig for stories. It's easy to cover the big stories. Everybody knows those, but the others that really impact our lives, you may not write a story for a month because you're digging on something else. And if you've got to turn in a story every day, you can't do that. So it takes away a lot of the checks and balances because you want one reporter may be writing from this opinion, this reporter's writing from the other opinion. You want to know both sides and then that little hidden part that you would never get to see. So I think this is a frightening thing.
Well, remember, we had a New York Times editor on the show last year, and she said the reason why the New York Times was able to do what they were able to do, I know we're talking about the Daily News, but the New York Times, because they had a team, they had a full team of lawyers who would check every story to make sure before it went to print, they could stand behind everything. This makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's always been that way in television. You've always been checked by an attorney just to make sure what you're saying is absolutely true. But I worry about those stories that are not going to be covered, that we'll never know about, and they will pass us by completely, and they affect our lives. So I think it's a very scary thing.
Do you think that this could have a ripple effect to other large media in New York and elsewhere?
I think it already is. I think there are fewer and fewer reporters. And the one thing as a reporter you do every night is when the story comes up that you covered, you run to the monitor and you look at what everybody else had to say about it, all the other reporters that were there, what they had to say, because you want to make sure you got it right. And if you're the only one having a say, then that thought is also frightening.
Tracy, you publish a magazine multiple times throughout the year. What does it mean when you cut your staff? I mean, does the same magazine, same number of pages has to go out?
That's right. Well, also our magazine depends on advertising too. So the bigger the magazine, the more advertisers that we have. And the bigger the magazine, the more stories we can tell. So yeah, it's interesting.
And you're telling stories that other people aren't telling.
Yes.
So those stories need to be out there.
All right, sad news, I think, and I think we're all a little concerned, especially in this era where the news is under such scrutiny.
Yeah.
It's a interesting move. All right, on a lighter note, what is the best trait in a travel companion? Experts say that it's not about agreeing over expenses or an activity level. A good travel buddy needs a natural curiosity. Surveys show 90% of people travel for the sheer reason of learning and seeing new things. This healthy sense of curiosity can also help manage anxiety about new experiences and make you willing to give things a try. Tracy, you travel with your buddies quite a bit.
I do.
What do you look for? Like what when you're considering going somewhere, going on vacation with someone, is that one of the traits that you like, the curiosity?
The curiosity, but it's always about the food for me. You know, it's food first.
Yeah, see, that doesn't even interest me. I just as soon have a hot dog and keep going. I travel with my friend Cindy, and you know, we do bump heads sometimes about things, but then when we're out looking at something brand new, when we were in Australia and New Zealand, it was like, this is wonderful. So it's all about the experiences.
So you want someone that's going to keep up pace with you, that's going to want to see things as much as you do.
Want to see things from the time the sun comes up until it goes down and after.
I know that my in-laws, the aunts, there's 4 sisters, and they travel together every year. They take their sisters' trips, and they have a little bit of friction as far as they have a great time, but it's always one of them would like to relax a little more and read. And she says, this is my vacation, I want to read. And the other sister tends to want to, let's play games, let's go do things, let's go out. So, you know, when you travel with someone and they want to kind of go on their own, do you let them do that?
Yes. My friend Beverly and I went to China together, and she had been before, so a lot of times she just wanted to take the day and relax and read. Fine, you stay here, I'll go on the tours. So we didn't stop each other from doing what we wanted to do.
That sounds like a good travel companion, one who's like, this is what I'm going to do, you're more than welcome to come with me, but if you want to do your own thing, that's fine. If I were to go with you, Tracy, on one of your vacations that was maybe like foodie driven, and I said to you, oh no, I'm on a diet, would you cancel the trip?
Joey, yeah, probably.
Because it is a downer, right? I mean, it keeps
I just
you.
love to explore, and you know, whether it's tasting wines or I don't want to go to China and read a book.
Yeah.
I don't either.
All right, well, you two could be good travel companions. And listen, if you're going, I definitely want to go on that trip.
She can cook me food, and I'll keep going on the tours.
There you go. All right, well, it's hard to make any outdoor plans this time of year with our constant storms, and no one knows that better than a bride planning a beach wedding. So when the skies opened up moments before this Mississippi bride's ceremony, she was understandably very upset as she watched her setup fall apart in the rain. That is until the owner of a large beachfront home ran down and said she could have her ceremony inside her house. Now, the two had never met before. 15 minutes later, there were chairs set up in a foyer with a view of the beach, and the wedding went on inside. Isn't this nice? This is just that Good Samaritan.
Yes, there is hope for the world.
Yes, I think about this whenever there is a bad forecast coming for the weather, because I think of all of the event planners that we have here on the Suncoast and all of the vacationers that are coming with destination weddings, and I get nervous, and I have nothing to do with the ceremony.
Well, you know, we know here that there's always got to be a backup plan of what you're going to do if it rains. I mean, there's just always got to be that. But people coming down for a destination wedding wouldn't know that.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Tracy, Edible Sarasota is a big part of Forks and Corks, and I know that in January, that whole huge event that was going to be outside at the Ringling Museum had to get moved inside. And what do? The call had to be made.
The call had to be made, and yeah, it was a completely different experience being in a room with black curtains everywhere. There was no sunlight. It was just a different experience, but at least they had that option.
Yes, yes.
But it was the first time that that's ever happened, and hopefully the last.
Isn't that strange? I mean, you know, the odds are that the odds are with the event, definitely, if it's only happened once. So maybe that's it. Maybe we're done, or maybe there'll be a nice beachfront home that will allow the
Yes, where are those Native Americans when you need them to keep us from having bad weather?
That's right. You
They're
always
supposed to be protecting us.
This is a spiritual land here. That's why we don't get a lot of the bad weather. Knock on wood. All right, I can admit that I often get hair envy, sometimes of our guests, but I've never actually said it about a baby until now. Check out 7-month-old Chanko from Japan. She was born with a full head of hair, but has taken thick, long locks to a whole new level before the age of 1. Her mom started keeping a hair diary of all of her different looks on Instagram, and thousands are now following her. What I would not do for that thick head of hair.
Wow.
Oh, look at her.
Isn't that amazing? Linda, were all your kids born with full head of hair?
My son was born with jet black hair, and we were so proud. You know, you find something to be proud of your kid. We walked around saying, "That's ours, the one with all the hair. That's ours."
Did it all fall out?
Yes, yes, and it's brown now.
See, you have that full head of hair before you can really appreciate it.
Yeah, and it does fall out usually, so we don't know what's going to happen to her.
Oh my goodness, but what a great visual, how fun. All right, we're gonna check in with our mid-morning forecast, and when we come back, we're gonna learn how to keep our kids healthy in the new school year.
Happy Wednesday to you. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. Well, for today, we expect mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered showers in the morning along the coastline, and then heavier showers and storms will develop later on this afternoon inland, most likely east of I-75, just like yesterday. As far as drying out, that could happen a little bit tomorrow, and then Friday looks to be the driest day of the forecast, and then more rain ramps up over the weekend. All due to this area of low pressure to our north, high pressure to our south, and the sandwich here is where we're located, the southwesterly flow of moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. As far as the tropics go, the Atlantic, the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, all quiet at this time. Nothing to show you here. Strong rip currents like yesterday. We have southwesterly wind at 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop. So here's a look at your 7-day outlook. Dries out for a couple of days at least. Then for the weekend, again, more rain and clouds.
It's hard to believe, but summer vacation is wrapping up and back to school season is here. So in addition to shopping for backpacks and binders, make sure you put a back to school physical on your to-do list for the kids and for yourself. Laurel Ciccarello from Gulf Coast Medical Group Urgent Care is here to explain how important the annual physical is. Welcome.
Thank you, Joe.
So help us really kind of get it. Why is a yearly physical important for students? Is it really necessary, especially if you have a pretty healthy kid?
Well, it's highly advised. And what you want to do is, these physicals are important for 3 reasons. You want to, it's a time where you can look at their developmental progress, like their height and weight. And if you pick up any issues, then that can be monitored or they can be sent to a specialist. The second important reason is it's a great time to review their safety in the home, like locking up guns, putting them away properly.
So
water safety is very important
so we
for
can
the little
advance
ones.
beyond physiological checkups and also a nice checkup with safety and behavior?
Right. Most of these checkups involve a variety of things, like the safety, helmets for the little kids, seat belts, no texting and driving for the teens, saying no to smoking, drugs, alcohol, sex. But also you want to take a look at other things. You want to screen for scoliosis, for hernias and scoliosis in the young girls, hernias in the guys, but also hearing and vision. So these screenings are important because that will determine their success at school.
Oh, yes.
And if they find deficits, then they can have that corrected, and this gives them the best chance for a good year at school.
And the fact that it's done annually, does that also kind of give you a benchmark and let you look at the progress in previous years?
Yeah,
to see
and
anything?
the reason about these, it's so important to go every year. It's recommended. Is it required? No, but highly recommended, is because you want to check to see if their height and weight is appropriate for their age.
What should parents be doing to get the most benefit from these physicals?
Yeah, so the biggest tip I have for that is go prepared with a plan. Like write out questions or concerns regarding your child's health so that you can address these with the provider at the time.
Okay.
These exams are usually quick and you want to be focused.
Oh, yes, that's great. That's to maximize the time with the doctor.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there are some school immunization requirements in Florida. What vaccines are important for kids?
Well, I want to cover 2 vaccines. The first is pertussis or whooping cough. There was a big resurgence of whooping cough in 2012, and it's like the highest rate we've ever had since the 1950s. So there's been a big focus on immunizing everyone. Whooping cough is a severe respiratory illness, and the population that's most effective are infants, less than 1 year old. And it can cause severe coughing, respiratory difficulties, hospitalization, even death. So what do we need to do? We need to get immunized. All of us need to get immunized to protect these infants. So grandparents, husbands, pregnant women are required now, or highly recommended, that they get a pertussis, or we call it a Tdap, because the pertussis is included in a triple immunization.
Okay.
Pertussis, tetanus, and diphtheria. And also 7th graders in the state of Florida, they're required to have a Tdap update before they go into 7th grade. So if you have a 7th grader, you need to make sure they get that.
And what about flu prevention?
So flu is another one of those highly contagious diseases, and it spreads so rapidly. And it's simple to prevent by getting immunization. Every year we get a new flu vaccine, and they pick 3 or 4 strains that they know will be prevalent, and this can save people from being out of work, from kids being out of school. And the most vulnerable populations, again, are the infants and the elderly. So think about the young children at home and your parents, your grandparents. If we all get a flu shot, then we can protect them.
Oh, thank you. Great information. Very important. We want to protect our students and ourselves. And of course, if we do get sick, and it will happen, we want to find more information. You can find out from Gulf Coast Medical Group. You can visit them online, gulfcoastmedicalgroup.com. All right, coming up next, Tracy's going to help us celebrate a national day. It's Wine and Cheese Day. We'll be right back.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Well, we joke that we will celebrate any holiday on this show, especially the food holidays. But today seemed fitting. It is actually National Wine and Cheese Day. And who better to celebrate with than our guest host, Tracy Freeman of Edible Sarasota. This was just perfect planning, actually, that you ended up here. Now, I have a question for you, Tracy. I trust your opinion. I like any old wine or any cheese. I have a pretty untrained palate. What do you look for in a pairing? How do you know you found a good one?
Well, for my wine, I've always enjoyed a really full-bodied Cabernet. And I've fallen in love with this particular one, John Anthony from Napa. So that will pair beautifully with this gorgeous cheese and charcuterie tray that Chef Avon put together for us from the Summer House.
It looks delicious.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about the wine. What is it that you like? And Linda, we'll try, we'll experience.
Okay,
Yes.
Shake it. Put it up to your nose. See, I'm showing that I know what I'm doing here.
Plum, blueberry, raspberry. It's all in there.
Oh, yes. So do you pair this with a harder cheese or a stinky cheese?
You can do any kind of cheese. We've got all kinds of cheese going on here.
Yes, a good stinky cheese.
We've got a nice goat feta happening
wow.
over here. Pairs beautifully with that.
All right.
And we've got a nice truffle over here. And
This one is a, what kind
that
is
is a
this?
truffle.
Oh.
I like anything truffle.
Oh, you would love it, Joey.
If only it wasn't so far away.
Yeah, if only I wasn't hogging the tray over here.
Is this wine moderately priced? Where does it fall?
It's on the higher end.
Okay, so this is a special occasion wine.
Yes, special occasion
All
wine
right,
for
like
sure.
National Wine and Cheese Day.
Yes.
Or a nice dinner.
Yes. Perfect for this morning.
Yes. I've heard in a recent interview somebody said, describe your favorite meal. What would be the perfect meal? And they said if I could take a bottle of wine and a good bread and a good cheese to the beach, which I think might be illegal, so I'm not saying you should do that, but that would be their perfect meal.
My husband and I have that for dinner often.
Oh,
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yes.
This is so good. I can see why you do.
And yeah, the different meats on here too. You've got a nice bresaola over here. This is a acorn-fed prosciutto, which is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they spoiled us.
Acorn fed. That prosciutto ate better than we did, Linda.
I
So
didn't know they ate.
when you go to order charcuterie at a restaurant, for example, with Chef Evan at Summer House, do you leave the charcuterie choice to the chef always, or do you pick and choose?
Over at the Summer House, he does this himself. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good, if you're trusting and you have a wide palate, that's a great
Yeah, I wouldn't get in
option.
his way.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't think she's real trusting, so this is a special compliment to him.
Well, this is a lovely way to celebrate
It
midweek.
sure is.
I'm having a great time here by the cheese tray.
I know. I'm hoping to move that a little closer to me a little later
Joey,
on.
you would really like this.
There is a wonderful chef profile article in this month's Edible Sarasota magazine about Chef Evan at Siesta Key
right.
Summer House, so you'll want to pick up Edible Sarasota wherever you find it. And I know they go fast, especially this issue, so you will want to grab it. You can also, of course, visit them online, ediblesarasota.com. We're going to delve a little deeper into the issue when we come back, and we are going to learn about how the Suncoast is being kept beautiful with Sarasota Baywatch. We'll be right back.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Clogged pores are disgusting. Introducing DermaSuction, the easy way to suck that yuck out of your pores. DermaSuction removes blackheads and dirt from your pores. Just look at everything it extracts. The secret's the gentle vacuum action. Watch as DermaSuction extracts so much yuck, leaving your skin feeling clean and youthful.
The gunk that had been pulled out, I was pretty horrified, but better in the DermaSuction than on my face.
It's almost addictive because you can see all this stuff coming out of your skin that you don't even really know is there.
Call now to order your DermaSuction for just $19.99. We'll also include our small and large body probes, the Sonic Microdermabrasion probe, and the handy travel case, all absolutely free. Order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-213-9301. That's 1-800-213-9301. Or visit dermasuction.com. So call 1-800-213-9301 now.
Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We want to check back in the kitchen with Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. And Chef, we love your location up by University Town Center, but I understand that people down south might have a reason to celebrate. Tell us what's coming up.
Yes, so we're excited to announce we are going to open up a second location.
Yes.
And that's going to be at the Landings Plaza right on 41 and Proctor.
That's great. I know we're very happy to have two options to come visit you.
Sure.
Any tentative timeline?
No, not yet, Joey. I mean, the construction stuff takes a little time. Right now, we're still in the engineering and permitting process. So we hope to open before season time, before the holidays, but you never know. So.
All right, well, we will keep an eye out. We're very happy to hear that news, and we're going to be happy to join you a little later on in the show. We'll check in with you a little bit. Linda?
There's a very delicate balance between development and conservation, and nowhere is that more evident than here on the Suncoast. Sarasota Baywatch is a nonprofit group committed to preserving the ecosystem of our area waters. Co-founder Rusty Chinnis, along with our guest host, Edible Magazine editor Tracy Freeman, are here to talk about what that group has been doing. Welcome, Rusty.
Well, thank you for having me here today.
Now, tell us how the Sarasota Baywatch was formed and why.
Well, Sarasota Baywatch formed back, it was about 2007. And I had always been involved. I had been involved with Sister Keys, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But someone came to me from START, Solutions to Avoid Red Tide, and wanted me to get involved with that group. And I've been a fisherman all my life and been around the Suncoast and really enjoyed the fishing here. And I was concerned but I just couldn't quite see my way to do something like the Red Tide thing. But I believe in that, and they have a good cause. So I had been a member of Tampa Bay Watch for quite a while, a group in Tampa Bay that does a wonderful job, actually in St. Pete. And so I said to some people, well, why don't we form a group and we'll call ourselves, for lack of a better name, Sarasota Baywatch, which of course we got a lot of flack for, the Baywatch, the whole Baywatch thing, yes, very original. And that's how we started, and the whole concept was, we pretty early on we came up with this tagline that we called a healthy bay is everybody's business.
Great. Well, Tracy, you just went out with them on a clam drop.
Yes.
Oh, wow. What was it like going with the group, and what did you guys do?
It was so great. Just meeting Rusty has been such a great experience. He's taught me so much, and I'm, want to be more and more involved. But we went out and dropped clams in the Gulf of Mexico. How many? Was it 30,000?
About 30,000, yeah.
30,000
clams. Oh, but who's counting, right?
Yeah. It was wonderful.
We
Put them
are.
on a barge, and out we went, and it was amazing.
Why is this important for the Bay, Rusty?
Well, the Bay is, over the years, I mean, what we forget here is what we actually had here as a resource at one time. I mean, people come here and they go, oh, this is paradise, what a beautiful place. And they may come from some places maybe polluted or whatever, not nearly the place that we have here. But we have lost a lot over the years, and there's a lot of insults to the Bay and things that really need to be done. And so we need people to be involved in coming up with real solutions to help improve and create a positive, environmental.
Now, you also monitor scallops in the Bay, right? Not just clams.
Yeah, well, we started out with scallops, and we kind of borrowed this from Tampa Bay Watch. They have something they do every year called the Great Scallop Search. And scallops are sort of like the canary in the mine. When the scallops populations are low, then the water quality, it's something that's not right with the bay. And that's the case here. At one time, the bay was full of scallops and clams. Now there's not so many out there. but they really help to clean the water. Their bivalves, oysters, clams, and scallops all do a tremendous job in creating water quality and helping with the water quality.
So they keep the ecosystem cycle going, and by losing clams, you lose that important step?
Absolutely, and they provide food for a whole lot of species in the bay. Yeah.
Now, you've been working with the Sister Islands. That's been your special project.
Sister Keys.
Sister Keys, yes. I call those little thing islands. So tell me what difference you've made with them.
Well, there's been a really big difference from the very beginning. The Sister Keys, it's a group of islands off the north end of Longboat Key near Jewfish Key.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and this was back in the late, to show you how long I've been around here, back in the late 1800s. Maybe not that far, but in I believe it was 1989, I was walking in the village where I live on the north end of Longboat and picked up a paper and it said Sister Keys for sale. And it was about the time that they had just developed Tidy Island, and they were in the process of putting septic tanks on Jewfish Key for the development of that. And I said, wouldn't it be nice if there was one island in all of Sarasota Bay that didn't have a house on it? So we decided we would form a group called the Sister Keys Conservancy, and we would just rally everybody's support and buy the islands. Which were on sale for $1.5 million.
Oh, that was a big commitment.
Yeah, and over a period of 2 years, we had bake sales, music in the park series. We lobbied everybody we could think of, and I think we raised $50,000 towards the $1.5 million. We all of a sudden realized, well, we're not getting anywhere here, so we went to the town Longboat Key, and town Longboat Key was doing a new comprehensive plan. It turned out that they needed some open space, so it was perfect timing. They bought the Sister Keys. So that was number one. And then they stayed pretty much like that until about 2007, at which time a developer that was doing the project on Perico Island in Manatee County needed a mitigation site. So they came to the town and asked if they could use the Sister Keys. And the town agreed, and they did a $1.5 million mitigation there. Took off all the invasive species. I think maybe we have some photos to show you what the difference it made. Planted all native species, created a 2-acre wetland where there was nothing at all. And over the years, it's just been 11 years since that happened. It's just been phenomenal what's happened there. It is truly a special place.
It is, and I got a little tour with Rusty a few weeks ago. It was wonderful.
Already see the difference that you guys are making in just
way
this
more,
few years.
way more than that. I mean, just to know what it was like before and to see it now, really, it's really huge. And thank God for people like Tracy and Edible Sarasota Magazine that do such a great job, not only in telling people about food and all, but about the things that really matter.
Well,
all
Tracy,
related.
This is very important to you in your magazine, preservation and conservation.
Yes.
So what difference are you hoping you make with your magazine?
I just want to see more volunteers. I want to see people get involved. I don't think people know what's happening to our waters. I was just out at Cabbage Key, and the water has just deteriorated because of red tide, and it really upset me. So I'm going to do everything in my power to work with Rusty and raise the awareness here in our community.
Rusty, you're also getting young people involved, I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the main focuses of Sarasota Baywatch, and I have to really do a little shout out to our current, who's a co-president now, one of our board members, Larry Stoltz, who has been a huge impact on this organization. And over the years, what we've tried to do with Larry kind of kick-started this was to involve the youth, which are the future leaders of the area. We have high schools. We've worked with Sarasota High School. We've worked with Cardinal Mooney, Pineview, and Riverview High Schools. Just an idea of some of the initiatives that we did. We actually got what we did. We brought the Bay into the classroom. That was the idea.
Oh, what a great idea!
And we went and actually had the high school students from these high schools develop a program, give them the resources, help them create PowerPoint presentations, and they went into the elementary schools.
Oh my!
And they were the ones that taught the elementary school students about
because they're going to be the ones that save it in the long run.
And
Thank you so much. And the 2018 Great Scallop Search will be on August 25th. For more information on that and the many other conservation efforts, go to sarasotabaywatch.org. Next, a preview from the Venice Summer Cabaret Festival.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, a false alarm caused a 2-hour scare at Tampa International Airport. We'll tell you why the bomb squad was called in to a TSA checkpoint. And free cataract surgery today for those who can't afford it in Sarasota. We'll tell you which surgeon has made this an annual event. But But first, the Wednesday forecast from meteorologist Josh Stone.
Yeah, Ray, and on this Wednesday, expect mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered showers and storms, at least along the coast in the morning hours, then in the afternoon, probably east of 75, so well inland. But it will feel like 100 degrees outside, just like yesterday. Again, we have muggy air thanks to a southwesterly flow, and that will be about 10 miles per hour. Now, we do dry out slightly tomorrow, and on Friday, only 30% chance of showers, but the rain does return on Saturday, Sunday, in the early to mid next week.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
The Venice Theater Cabaret Festival continues to brighten up this long, hot summer with some great shows and extremely talented performers. This weekend, it's the show It's About Time with Diana Vitale. Diana's been singing since she was a toddler, performing on her grandmother's wash tub in the backyard or on the bar in her father's tavern. And today you might call her the Singing Shrink. Take it away, Diana.
Moment perfect, golden, grasp it, see it. This moment, laughing, happy, feel it, be it. Curve of face, warmth of hands, butterfly. When it lands, try. This moment ripened, bursting, taste it, name it. This moment precious, fleeting, catch it, frame it. Curve of moon, warmth of air, will or bow. Winter precious, loving, 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 happy, laughing, perfect, golden, golden.
Beautiful. Wow, that's
Oh, thank
gorgeous,
you.
Diana.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us about your show coming up this weekend.
Okay, well, it's called It's About Time, okay? Exclamation point,
Yes.
all right? So I do lots of musings on time. It's really my story, but I hope everybody can relate to it. Everybody can relate to time, right? You know, it seems to be very fleeting, but I have different sections on it. I have a section on time travel, which I relate to. There's a section on a dream that I had, which is great because you can suspend time in a dream. You know, there's some funny stuff in there I relate to. I tried to use a variety of songs. I'm particularly, since I'm a cabaret singer, I'm particularly listening and always for different songs. And this particular song I just sang is John Bucchino, who is a New York-based cabaret artist. And so I'm getting to do this whole thing, and I did it for the Sarasolo Festival in February. It debuted at that. So I hope to take it around, and it's quite enjoyable. I really hope that people enjoy.
Oh, yes. Well, you've had
enjoy
rave
it.
reviews for the first time. We can't wait to see it.
Oh, thank
and
you.
it's coming up this weekend. You can see Diana Vitale at 7:30 p.m. July 26 and 27, of course, at the Venice Theater. And for tickets and information, go to the theater website, venicestage.com. And there'll be many more shows coming up at the Venice Theater through August 26th. Next, we'll check in with some of the animals and other wildlife around ABC 7.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels right. It feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-871-1644. 800-871-1644.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
All right, well, in case you missed this, last Friday on the Noon News here at ABC 7, there was a hilarious moment involving our beloved meteorologist, John Scalzi. So, Marsha Panucci, the host of Animal Outtakes, often brings in animals every Friday. And John met Dana the bird. And Dana fell fast in love with John, like most living things that come into the studio, and became inseparable.
Oh, how sweet.
From John. Always a good sport. So I believe the bird first took a liking to John's earpiece and then later became fascinated by John's microphone. Regardless, John, I think, might have a friend for life. So whoever adopted Dana, I think they might have to work in some visitation to come back and see.
Love is
John.
a wonderful thing. You can never explain it.
What a wonderful, he's the best
look
guy.
out, no.
Yes, he's the best guy to lead the animal segments with Marsha because he is just a game for any of the animal interaction.
John's got to have that bird.
I agree, I agree. Well, Linda, I don't know if everyone should get to keep the animal that kind of gave them a hard time on TV, because otherwise you might have a pet goat. What better opportunity than to revisit Linda's viral moment with a pet goat.
I'm really good with animals.
Manatee County Fair. And Linda, am I correct? You actually did get to meet the goat.
Yes, and they said that, this goat is so nice, so calm. She never hurts anybody. She was after me. Everywhere I went, that goat was coming like this at me. So there's something about chemistry.
Yes, that you either got it or you don't. And Linda, you got it. So did John Scalzi. All right. So the other person who has it is Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. We're going to head into the kitchen and join him in just a bit.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. Coming up today at noon, the latest on the shooting of a Fort Myer police officer, why immigration is now getting involved in the case, and why the SRQ police chief is now on paid leave today and an investigation is underway. Right now, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Josh Stone.
All right, Stephanie, thanks so much. Yeah, for this Wednesday morning, we're calling for, again, strong rip currents. If you're looking to go to the beach today, just keep that in mind. Southwesterly wind at 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet and a moderate chop for the boaters, so just look out for that. It looks like it could be not the smoothest boating day for you, but temperature at the beach today will be 88 degrees, and on and off scattered light to moderate showers will move in from the Gulf of Mexico, at least for the morning hours. This afternoon, these showers and storms will fire up most likely east of I-75. It's going to be another warm one today, high of 89. Will feel like 100.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
It's hard to see when you're outside at night. It's time for the Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere, and the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly. Then the 180-degree motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off when you disappear. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light, and here's the Super Bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Get the Super Bright Atomic Beam Sunblast for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can double your order and get a second Sunblast, plus our best-selling Atomic Beam Flashlight. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam Flashlight. Call now.
call 1-800-431-6640. That's 1-800-431-6640. Or visit mysunblast.com. So call 1-800-431-6640. Order now.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Tanya, come here.
Learning the right steps.
2, 3, 4.
Or making contact. It's not just about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about making the connection. It's about proving every kid and teen who enters our doors has what it takes. Great futures start here.
Like ABC7 on Facebook to stay connected to the team you trust.
Coming up Thursday morning at 9 on Suncoast View. The great white terrors of the sea are not so bad with our Suncoast gift girl. She'll bring the fun and fashionable shark products to help us celebrate Shark Week. Then our fitness guru is running for a cause. We'll talk to her and some medical experts about childhood apraxia. Plus, we're learning how to tie-dye our shirts at home, and Muse at the Ringling joins us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We're here with Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. What are we making today?
So today we'll be making our fresh cheesecake with fresh berry sauce.
Oh, that sounds good.
Very popular dessert at the restaurant. So the way we make it is we start off with some Philadelphia cream cheese.
Okay.
So we got about a pound there.
A pound, okay.
And add some sugar to that.
And you got to go for the full-fat cream cheese, right?
That's
if you're
right,
Making,
yeah.
If you're making a cheesecake.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla extract, fresh vanilla if you got it, and then some lemon juice to cut down some of that sugar.
All right.
And then you're just going to mix that very well. Now, there's two parts to that mixing mass or the batter that we're making. So you're going to bring that down, you're going to mix it, and then you're going to mix some heavy whipping cream towards it as it gets closer to that consistency that you want. That's right, yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to make our fresh berry sauce. Now, we have a finished product here for that the cream cheese base right
Tracy,
there.
you did a great job.
Okay. There you go. I don't think we would have enough time to be able to do it.
No,
so we'll make our fresh berry sauce here. I started with a little bit of creme de cassis on the bottom. We're going to add a little bit of sugar. Now, the idea is to make it berry over the top, just very berry. We'll put a little sugar. You want to taste your berries. Sometimes they're very sweet, sometimes they're a little tart, but you know, you want to adjust the sugar.
That's a lot of berries.
That's a lot of berries. We like berries. So you want to cook this down for, I would say, about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, depending on how ripe they are. And then, you know, you can add a little bit more creme de cassis. That just adds body to it, and it's just really, really nice flavor.
Okay.
And then you're going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice to that to cut down that sugar.
Shall I squeeze?
That's right. Yep. Go ahead.
Linda's on it.
I got it.
And then I'm going to show you guys how to plate this dessert. And we plate it on a pipe at the restaurant. We make it fresh by order.
Okay.
So the finished product is right there. And we just take our cream, and I'm using a spoon here just to make it a little bit more easy. And then we just want to fill that up almost all the way to the top. And then you just want to kind of push it down. Just take your time with it.
Are these, is this a baking tool or are these old cans?
These are actually old cans for, yeah, so if you have like some cans at home, like, I don't know, maybe mushrooms or peppers or olives or something, you could use those. Now you want to make sure these are stainless steel and they don't rust.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah,
right.
that'd be bad.
So you would do something like that and you push it with the spoon in, you know, pack it down, and then we're going to sprinkle some walnuts on top.
But you don't
Chopped
cover the
walnuts.
whole dish. You leave a little space up there.
You leave a space. And then you want to refrigerate this for about, I would say, minimum 3 to 4 hours, because you want that to get, you know, nice and cool.
Okay.
That's right. So this is our finished product. And Linda, you can help me with this one right here. So we're going to slide that out from our plate, from the refrigerator, just like that, and then put it in that. Put it there.
Linda, it's all, you get one shot.
It's very easy. There you go.
Yay.
Perfect. Excellent. And then we're going to take a little bit of our walnuts.
Celebrating.
I'm going to put that right on top.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to do that same thing there. Now, you can use your hands here to release the mold, to release the ring. You should hold it.
Yeah.
Or at the restaurant, we kind of speed it up, and we like to put things on fire. So.
Yes.
So
we
a
like
little
to
bit
watch
of that.
you, but we'll stand back.
There you go.
So what are you doing? You're heating the outside?
Just heating the outside so that way it will release the dessert much faster.
That's
Aren't
a
you
nice trick.
taking a chance of melting the inside?
No, because it's pretty quick heat, so you know it's only spending couple of seconds.
I want to see this when it comes out.
All right, so we're gonna take this out.
Oh, look at that!
Nice, just like that, and then we got some of that berry sauce we're gonna put on the outsides.
Oh,
Chef, this was
beautiful.
incredible. I was always intimidated by trying to make cheesecake at home, but you have given me a little more confidence. Of course, this recipe is online at mysuncoast.com.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting my old cans
Or
now.
Linda and I are gonna, she can keep her cans, but Linda and I might head over and just
Here we
order
go.
it from
1,
Chef Eddie
2,
at Apollonia
3.
Grill.
Aha! A little bit of berries.
Thank you,
around
Chef.
the
This
edge.
looks incredible. While Linda
Yes.
finishes up, huge thank you to Tracy.
Thank you.
Great stuff happening in Edible Sarasota magazine. You'll want to check
you
it
go.
out.
Very
Learn
nice.
about the Sarasota Baywatch program, all of the great recipes and great features in the article. Thank you so much, Chef Eddie.
Thank you.
We are going to toast with a little champagne.
Thank you.
It's the morning after all. Take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast.